Yo, what's going on? DeltaNien here, and today we're using a Sun team. This is a pretty cool Sun team because there's no Lilligant, there's no Torkoal Lilligant after use stuff. This is actually a kind of different Torkoal. Yeah, it's still gonna do a lot of damage with the Drought, Terrifier, Eruption, but it also isn't dead weight even if you can't get up the Trick Room or even without speed control, because you have overheat and eject pack, so you can do big damage and switch out, be like a slow but very hard hitting U-turn kind of in a way. But you also have helping hand to support like Specs Charizard, which I think is pretty cool. We also have Jump Bluff, which obviously can take advantage of the sun, put Pokemon to sleep, set up Tailwind, or even you could lead it with Torkoal and just set off for some Rage Powders and throw out eruptions. Pretty interesting. Charizard, if you played any Sword and Shield, you know how hard Charizard can hit. Obviously, G-Max Wildfire helped Charizard a lot last generation, but even then, Solar Power Specs with Heat Wave, Overheat, Weather Ball, that's going to be a pretty hard-hitting Charizard there. Now, I already talked a little bit about Jump Bluff, but Chlorophyll with the Sleep Powder and the Tailwind could definitely be very annoying for my opponent. Covert Cloak, just a random Covert Cloak on a Pokemon that they don't expect could lose someone the game. Like if they leave like Rillaboom and they try to fake out the Jump Bluff, you could just Tailwind or manual Sunny Day with the Charizard and shoot off a Heat Wave. It could definitely lose someone the game if they don't see Covert Cloak coming. And then the rest of the team is kind of a Trick Room variant. You have Porygon, you have Ursaluna, you have Incineroar. And those could all go pretty well with Torkoal. You could lead like Porygon 2 Torkoal, set up Trick Room and go for Overheat, and then get Ursaluna in for free. I don't know if Flame Orb will activate, but I think it should. And then you just have Incineroar for like a good backup Pokemon, good switch-in or option. The Porygon set here is nothing too crazy. Just Terra Blast, Ice Beam with Recover and Trick Room. Terra Fighting. Obviously Porygon is kind of like the best Terra Blast user because it gives it stab normal, but you could also Terra, get the Fighting, or Ghost is typically ran on it sometimes. Incineroar is basically as standard as a set you can get. It's Citrus Berry, Intimidate, Terra Ghost, Flare Blitz, Knockoff, Parting Shot, and Fake Out. And the Ursaluna is pretty standard as well. I would say the most like off the wall thing about it is Terra Ghost, but it's pretty understandable why you would want to be Terra Ghost. You don't want to eat Fake Outs, and Ghost is pretty good to take away your fighting weakness. And it's just running Facade, Headlong Rush, Earthquake, and Protect. Nothing too crazy there, but you could actually catch some people off guard with going like Jump Bluff Ursaluna, set up a Tailwind, or Rage Powder and just spam Earthquakes. So there's some interesting things you could do here. I like leading Torkoal Charizard and just getting the slow overheat as like a very strong U-turn and then switching in the Jump Bluff and just Tailwinding or Rage Powdering. There's a lot of cool tricks to this team. But yeah, with that being said, that was a lot of words thrown at you at once. Let's just hop into some battles. Alright, our first opponent here is Morgan, running Among Us, Garchomp, Sneasler, Archilodon, Talonflame, Primarina. Pretty annoying for us actually. There's no anti-weather, which is good, but they have a lot of annoying Pokemon for us here. I actually think we're going to lead Charizard and Torkoal. Sun is pretty good against their team, I would say. We're going to bring Jump Bluff. And then for our last Pokemon, I'm thinking Incineroar, but Incineroar actually doesn't really do much here. I'm actually going to bring Ursaluna, weirdly enough. I think it synergizes with our team pretty well, and I don't really need the Trick Room for it to put in work in this matchup, I don't think. Alright, my opponent leads Talonflame and Archilodon. This is weird. I don't think Talonflame gets Rain Dance. That would be weird. So what do I want to do here? Charizard's not great here, obviously. Not really doing anything. Do I just let Charizard do overheat here? What if we just double overheat into our Chilodon? I want to get the free switch into Ursaluna here. And this is the best way, I think. I don't see what my opponent could do. Tailwind. You can't Electro Shot, so unless you're Power Herb. I guess I didn't think about that. But they just Snarl, actually. Interesting. Torkoal's gonna switch out here, which is kind of annoying. But we still get the free switch, right? That's not the worst thing ever. And I guess we just switch in Ursaluna here. Or do we switch in Jumpluff, actually? We could go for, like, Rage Powders and stuff. Or Sleep Powders if we want. Okay, that's about as bad as the turn could have went. Nice. Okay, awesome. That was really good for me, obviously. And Talonflame could shoot off like a Brave Bird or something now, which is great. So that means this Tailwind, I mean this Rage Powder doesn't really mean anything. Yep, perfect. This is going really well for me. I really like this, honestly. If I could be very sarcastic, this is great. Dragon Pulse is gonna hurt. It does not kill, obviously, but that's not great. I would have loved to have done this last turn. That would have been pretty cool. Nice stamina boost. Okay, this is gonna be weird. Ursaluna, you're gonna have to win the game. But I think he can do it, honestly. We don't need Torkoal here anymore. Facade is not that strong, but it should still be enough. Yeah, we're gonna Facade into our Chilodon. I don't want to deal with our Chilodon anymore. And I think Charizard can still be powerful. Get off one Heat Wave or something. I don't really know, honestly. Flare Blitz comes out. That does so much damage. What the hell? Well, we lost, so that's pretty cool. I think a lot of things went wrong. First of all, Snarl our Chilodon, not something you see every day. And then Overheat Miss, that was pretty bad. And then the crit onto Ursaluna. We're not gonna do this. Alright, our next opponent here is running a really interesting team. I like saying weird a lot. We're gonna go with interesting this time. We got two starters here in Meowscarada and Cinderace. We got Dragonite, Melodic, Kilowattrel, and Gardevoir. I do think Heat Wave is just pretty good here. I do think Heat Wave is good here, honestly. But do I want to do that? I think so. I think the team would be better if it wasn't Specs Charizard. Like if I could go for Protect turn 1 and just get an Overheat off and switch, that would be pretty good. There's a lot of Ice weakness here. I think we're actually going to go Porygon in the back. We got 1, 2, 3 Ice weaknesses. And then normal hits everything, so I think Porygon could actually be the secret sauce here. And it lets us keep Torkoal, like, semi-viable in the back. Alright, my opponent leads Cinderace and Meowscarada. Now, the nice thing is if they try to go for some weird pledge stuff, we're actually immune to the Wildfire. So, yeah, that's actually good for us here. We could just go for a Heat Wave here. Is there a reason not to? The problem is I don't know what anything that could happen here. Like, Cinderace could be going for something, I don't know. Either way, we're gonna double into Meowscarada here. No, Cinderace. feel like Meowscarada probably wants to switch here in front of two fire types. Okay. That's weird. That's very weird. It's just a Pyro Ball. I mean, that will hurt in the sun, but not that much. Heat Wave double connects, and we're gonna wipe the board if Torkoal connects here. It is 90% accurate move, and we already missed. Good. So we wipe the board, we get a free switch. We could just switch in Jumpluff here. Or we could switch in Porygon, threaten Trick Room. But I think we're just gonna switch in Jumpluff. Get the Tailwind off, and then just let Charizard win us the game. Who switches? Who does my opponent bring here? What do they got? What did my opponent got? Melodic? Okay. That could be annoying. And Dragonite. Okay, two Pokemon that resist fire. That's a little bit scary. We could switch Charizard out, honestly. We're gonna get Porygon in here. And then we're gonna Sleep Powder the Melodic. I think that makes the most sense. What did my opponent do? I get an attack boost, that doesn't matter. Oh, they actually Terra. Who do they Terra? Kind of bad for them to Terra, considering both of them resist my moves here. Oh, they just went for Terra Water. Okay. Let's see if I connect this Sleep Powder here. That would be nice. Terra Protect. Interesting. And what is Dragonite doing here? Going for Ice Spinner. Execute this Jumpluff into Oblivion. Let's see. It is. Goodbye, Jumpluff. Okay. But now we could just double this. Dragonite, right? I got Ice Beam. I'm just doubling it just in case it has a multi-scale, by the way. Got Dragon Pulse. It's nice and neutral here. So it's good for Melodic as well. But if it does not protect, okay. That looks like multi-scale, because I am Spec Solar Power. No, it's actually Weakness Policy. Dang, he just ate that then. What the hell? Okay, Scald comes out. This is scary. Oh, I lived. That's actually really good. And it's just Breaking Swipe. Okay. What do I do here now? Obviously, it's a 2v1. What do I do with Torkoal is what I'm asking. I think I should shoot off a Overheat, right? I just shoot off Overheat and then start helping handing. So I think I want to recover this turn and then Overheat. No, Terra doesn't really help here on either. Well, do I want a Terra Fighting? It's basically the same thing, so it doesn't give me a damage boost really. So I'm actually gonna Terra Fire here and Overheat. And if they just Scald me and I end up dying, that's fine. Quick Claw? Quick Claw. You're fastest anyways. Yeah, so if I just end up dying, Terra wasn't gonna help anyways. And it's full health Porygon versus Melodic. I don't know who wins that. But if I'm gonna just shoot one fire type move off, I want to get the most damage as possible. Scald comes out here. It isn't a Torkoal. Torkoal does barely live. Recover comes out from Porygon. Do we connect here? That's the question. We do. Okay. Fire boosted Overheat. In the sun. That's decent, Chip. I don't mind that. And now Torkoal can just... We're actually going to be annoying. We're going to protect. Make them waste their turn if they went for Torkoal here. Perfect. And then we're gonna get maximum value because we're gonna Helping Hand next turn. That's a crit? Ooh. We're gonna go for Terra Blast again, and we're gonna Helping Hand. Okay, I think we played that correctly in my opinion. Not bad. Are they gonna actually try or are they gonna forfeit? Let's see. Torkoal. We got a lot of use out of Torkoal. We used it as a slow pivot mon. Got a couple overheats off. Got a Helping Hand boost off. Protected and stalled for a turn. Torkoal definitely put in a lot of work there. Without even ever clicking Eruption, which is what it's known to do. And bye, Melodic. Alright. If you made it to the end, consider subscribing. And with that being said, this is DeltaNien out. Peace.